page 12b, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 lines from the bottom. In Art Scrolls, I don't know, would be what? Okay, somewhere in 12b4. Okay, let's go. Now, Paro's daughter picked up the basket. Paro's daughter picked up the basket. Shalom, who I didn't say hello to, sorry. And now, Moshe Rabbeinu's sister Miriam is telling her, Miriam is telling daughter of Paro, you want me to go and call you the woman from Jewish woman? What does that mean? Comes out, she tried already all these goyot to give them, to feed the nurse the baby, but Moshe Rabbeinu didn't accept. So therefore, she felt bad. Now she said, listen, maybe I should call you somebody from Jewish woman? Why from the Jewish? Comes out, they took Shalom again to Mr. Boris and everybody else. Thank you. So it says, they took Moshe Rabbeinu, daughter of Paro, she took Moshe Rabbeinu to all the Mitzri women to nurse the baby, and he didn't take, and he didn't drink from them. Amar. Why? Because Hashem said, a mouth that will be in future talking to Hashem, should be now drinking from Tameh woman. There's big machloket Rishonim and Acharonim if Moshe Rabbeinu was able to drink from the Goyish woman or not. Some say not at all, because it's like a poison. Baby drinking poison is still poison, not kosher food. But some say no, milk is not considered food. At the time of need, the time of emergency, you are allowed. So it's machloket, even though they are poskim that lenient, person should be strict because Jewish child still Jewish. When you give child not kosher food, it affects him later on as well in life. So therefore, try to give even Jewish milk to be nursed.
Rabbi, you mentioned in your lectures that blood turns to milk as well.
Well, yeah, I did.
Doesn't that also consider as not kosher blood? Goyish blood?
In the place where the child has nothing to drink and his life is in danger, you're allowed to be lenient. We're talking about here not really easy case. We're talking about emergency case. He's not drinking from anybody, and she was worried that he might die from thirst. Therefore, they were allowed to give. It says, "Et me yoredea," who will be teaching the knowledge, like Moshe Rabbeinu. Ulmi yoredea, to who he will be teaching the knowledge. Ulmi yavin shemua, and who will understand the learning. L'gemule mechalav, should be drinking from the milk. Ula'atiki mishadayim. Second. So it teaches here, at mi yoredea, okay, who should be the one to teach the knowledge? Ulmi yoredea, lemi yoredea, to whom is going to be teaching? Ulmi yavin shemua, and to whom should he explain the message? The gemule chalav, to those who were drinking from the milk, or tukim mishadayim, and who were removed from the breast milk. So it says, to who Hashem will teach the Torah? To Moshe Rabbeinu, who was taken away from the not kosher meal. Okay, that was the meaning of the pasuk. So now, let's continue. Vatomer labat Paro, and the daughter of Paro said to Miriam, Lechi, go. I'm Rabbi Elazar. Rabbi Elazar said, she was like a young girl running. She's a young girl, so what's the change to say young girl? She ran with energy, like energetically running. Okay? Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani. Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani says, Ha'alma she'alima devareha. She was running like a girl. What does that mean? Ha'alma she'alima devareha. She heeded her facts. For example, if she runs right away, daughter of Paro will say, there's a trick here. She's going to bring me a relative of this child. So she made herself like she's going slowly, not rushing. Daughter of Paro didn't suspect her. Why? Because she didn't go fast. She didn't run fast. So she was her Alma. What's the Alima? She covered up her identity and she didn't take big steps to run faster. So she shouldn't get caught. And the daughter of Paro said, Helichi to who? Now to Yocheved. Miriam brought Yocheved, the mother, and now Paro's daughter saw that the baby is drinking from her. So she said, Helichi et hayelet hazeh. Go take this boy and nurse him. I'm Rabbi Chama Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi Chanina says, Mitnava ve'ena yodad ma mitnava. She saw a prophecy, but she has no clue what she saw prophecy about. Why? Helichi means heshelichi. Means like go take this baby and go. Like it's not saying helichi. It's just heshet shelich shetelichi. Shelichi means shelach. The baby is yours. So she says prophecy. Take your own baby and feed him. So prophecy she spoke comes out from her mouth, but she doesn't know what it's talking about. That's the goy. Goy sometimes speak prophecy, but there's no clue what he's saying. That's the nature of goy. Heichi hashelichi va'ani eten tzecharech, and then she said to Paro's daughter, and I will pay you your reward. Amar Rabbi Chama Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi Chanina said, Lo dayin letzadikim shemachazin lahen avedatan. Not only Hashem returns the lost object to the tzadikim, ela shenotnin lahen scharan, and Hashem even gives reward above them. Like for example, you don't know where to put your child. Okay, you don't know where to put your child. You're suffering, and you're not working, and now you're trying to ask any yeshiva place to take your child. Okay, you put your child in yeshiva. You say how much you have to pay. Say usually $5,000, $10,000 a year, and then they tell you, do you have work? Are you working anywhere? No, I'm professional Rebbe, but I'm not working. Okay, you know what? We want to hire you. So they hire you as a Rebbe. They take away majority of the tuition from you, and so they pay you on top for teaching in their school. That is, Hashem not only returns your object to you, that your child should be saved, and also gives you extra reward that you have a job. You have a job, you're paying your bills on time. You know, a person Chas v'Shalom doesn't have a job, all the stress and all the problems in the world comes from there. Lo aleinu v'lo alechem. Hashem not only returned her baby, but also gave her a reward. And Miriam Neviah, she took whatever, okay, Aaron. What she took drum. Later on already, when she was playing with the drum, what do you mean, Achot Aharon? Sister of Aharon. Miriam, the prophetess, she took a drum, she was sister of Aharon. The man says, 1 second. Achot Aharon, Achot Moshe? She's sister of Aaron and not sister of Moshe Rabbeinu? Amram Amar Rav. Rav Amram said the name of Rav. But Amrila, and some say, Amram Nachman Amar Rav. Rav Nachman said the name of Rav. So basically they said the name of Rav. Melamed she'ayta mitnava kshi achot Aaron. She saw already prophecy from whatever only Aharon was her brother. Even Moshe Rabbeinu was not born yet, she already saw prophecy. Then she used to say, Atidai mishetelet ben shemoshiach et Israel. In future, my mother will give birth to a baby boy that he will be saving a Jewish nation. Even Shinolad Moshe, as soon as Moshe Rabbeinu was born, nitmale kol habayit kula or. The whole house was fully or. Because of what? Torah, because of what? His name, because of what? Shekhinah, because of his Brit Milah. All this light. Okay. Her father Amnon said, wow, my daughter, wow, you have such a good prophecy. Kissed her on the head. Good. Very good. Said, my daughter, your prophecy got fulfilled. 3 months later, when the mother put the basket with Moshe into the Nile River, her father got up and tapped her on the head like a boom slightly. He said, my daughter, what happened to your nevuah? Where's your prophecy? It says, and Miriam was standing, his sister Miriam was standing from far, from distance. To know what would happen to Moshe Rabbeinu. Gemara says, she wanted to know what will be in the end of her prophecy. Stop. She believed in her prophecy. So question is, why Amram, her father, did not believe? He was a big rabbi. He was a big Talmid Chacham. The answer is, believing in the prophets, to prophecy that will happen, it happened only after Moshe Rabbeinu brought the Torah. Before Moshe Rabbeinu brought the Torah, no one had the believing of the prophecy in the future. They say, I believe, yeah, it didn't happen by it. Case closed. So here, after Moshe Rabbeinu brought the Torah, people believe in the prophets. They say, prophecy happened, yeah, that's all. No matter what, it's going to happen. But here, there was no Torah yet, so therefore it didn't have such a strong belief in prophecy. Number one. Number two, question was, how can Moshe Rabbeinu, take a milk, yes, no? Question to all of you. Beautiful, strong question. That's the Gemara's today, daily dose. If you are starving, no food around you, you are on Shabbat, you're starving, no food, and you want chicken in your field, and you have a neighbor, give me a second, and you have a neighbor, you scared me, I got scared. Tell me at home, crazy people. You have a chicken around in your house, and you have a neighbor who is not kosher meat. Goy. On Shabbat, you starving. What should you do? Take not kosher meat from a goy, or make chilul Shabbat and slaughter the chicken. What should you do? Good Shiloh. One more time. On Shabbat, you're starving. You have no meat around you. Should you slaughter a chicken that's running around in your house to eat? Or you're allowed to go to your neighbor who's a goy and eat his not kosher meat? What would you do? Give me a lot.
Good question. A cool nefesh situation or not? Life and death situation? Is it the life and death situation?
Can we be hungry on Shabbat?
What should you do? Make chilul Shabbat?
You're not allowed to do chilul Shabbat.
Or eat not kosher food?
Rabbi, is there an option to not eat anything and not to break Shabbat?
You're starving, no food. You're starving.
No, but okay, starving. How starving? Like about to die? Starving.
Big time starving.
Кто-нибудь же есть возможность срывать зелень, что-нибудь такое же можно?
Нет ничего.
Все, выбор только вот это два. Что мы сделали?
Вот это. Одна курица бежит, и он шохет. Он может правильно шхита сделать. Что
Нельзя.
ему кушать? Кошерный шхита сделать кушать?
Что делать?
Курицу?
Я
Можно.
думаю,
Шхита and eat,
Можно.
or eat not kosher food.
А вам что?
Рабай,
Покушать
Not
жареный.
Не кошерно, можно
я думаю, не кошерное, да, because you did
Угоя можно.
only one thing you breaking.
Rabbi
Yeah.
Michal, you Israel since when? Oh, Mr. Shah, Michal, question to you. Question. Answer my question. You steiging, you know Steig Zois. Tell him the
Okay.
question. On Shabbat, person is starving. Okay? Malloy said, does he hear me?
God.
On Shabbat, person is starving and has nothing to eat. Should he make shchita to chicken and eat chicken? Or should I go to my neighbor and eat not kosher food? What should I do?
If you go to the neighbor, eat non-kosher food. That's my opinion.
Yes,
I need
Rabbi,
both.
I agree. The food is better than starting the chicken.
What?
Because the food, to eat the non-kosher food is better than getting the chicken. Because when you're eating non-kosher food, you're breaking only one bone. But when you're cutting the chicken, you have to cut the chicken and you have to разделать ее надо.
Да, там coloring the blood. More prohibition.
Okay. Two Mefarshim say differently. One Mefarsh says eating not kosher food is a poison. How can you eat not kosher food? It's a poison. So
Correct.
you rather make Chilul Shabbat, go make shchita, go stove and cook, as long as you eat kosher
Yeah,
food.
but Hilul Shabbat is correct. Poisoning your neshama through non-kosher is not correct.
My friend, making big mistake. Big, huge mistake. Putting not kosher food in your body, it's having a worm that would drain out your 50, 60, 70 years learning Torah. You remember Eli Sha'arei? Eli Sha'arei was tremendous Talmid Chacham. He became Acher. Why? Because one time when the mother was pregnant, she had not kosher food. Not kosher food is not a joke.
Listen,
But this is only one opinion. Second opinion says, no, it's like other cases of Pikuach Nefesh. Pikuach Nefesh, why should you go? Chilul Shabbat, and this, that. Go just eat not kosher food. This is the two opinions, okay? Some hold this way, some hold that way.
So what's the bottom line?
Bottom line, you're not going to like it. I'm not going to say it.
Rabbi, are you allowed to do shechita if you're not trained for that?
If you what?
If you're not trained to do that?
Can you make shchita if you're not trained? Chas v'shalom. What's the difference eating that or any other nevela? You don't know what you're doing. It's like I'm surgeon, I'm doing surgery, I have no clue what I'm doing. A person will survive? Not at all. Same thing. A person is not trained to do shchita, nevela. Why it's not telefa? Telefa is not kosher, doesn't make you tameh. Nevela is not kosher, makes you tameh. Worse. So a person doesn't know shchita laws, he shouldn't touch the knife. He shouldn't make shchita. He makes good luck to him. Nevela. Okay, but bottom line, we got the halacha. Halacha says you rather eat kosher food and make chilul Shabbat than eat not kosher food, okay? Why? Because not kosher food, lady called La Moshe punched him. She said, Rabbi, I want to become religious. What should I do? I have 2 mitzvot in front of me. Should I keep Shabbat? Or should I keep kosher? He says, keep kosher. What about Shabbat? Everybody tells me Shabbat. He said, listen to me, he said. If you will not keep kosher, not kosher food will drain away from you to keep mitzvot, Torah, mitzvot, and you're not going to even keep Shabbat later on. So it's so important to keep your neshama pure and holy.
So what did you say? Bottom line is not to eat.
Bottom line is make Chilul Shabbat and eat kosher food. Yeah. You don't like it?
Rabbi, а что если, например, I don't know how to do shkita, then what? In that case,
What?
if I don't know how to do shkita,
What? I can hear you, Mr. Shlomo. Talk loud.
if I don't know how to do shkita, what then? What should be done?
Oh, you have no choice. Then you go eat not kosher food.
Okay.
You're not gonna take chicken, go to rabbi to say shkita for you. You know. Right.
Is
But
it-
if you have a lot of rabbis in your town, in that case, you should go and ask for a piece of meat, piece of food for Shabbat. Why should you make Chilul Shabbat, Chilul Hashem? You understand? Let's go further. Oh, wow. We're going to have a lot of good stuff now. Let's go 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. I know I'm slowing down today. Could have gone much worse. We're holding in 13a. Okay? Next. Yosef Zacha. Yosef had Zuchut. He buried his father.
Exactly.
And because he buried his father, he had Zuchut that Moshe Rabbeinu should bury him. Moshe Rabbeinu had Zuchut to bury Yosef. Atzadik who is bigger than Moshe Rabbeinu. Hashem himself buried Moshe Rabbeinu. Why it says in the beginning, Vayal Yosef Ligoret Aviv, and Yosef went out to bury his father. He took all of the Paro. And went with him all the servants of Paro. Vadar, and later on, the whole Bet Yosef Echav Bet Aviv. And then it says, oh, house of Yosef, brothers, and household of his father. It says in the end, and Yosef returned to Mitzrayim, him and his brothers. And all that went with him to bury his father. Why Egyptians are mentioned before? Why in the beginning it says he took all of the Paro Egyptians. And then Yosef's household and brothers. Why Egyptians are before? But when they were returning to go there, Egyptians before brothers. In returning, Torah mentions brothers before Egyptians. Why? Rabbi Yochanan said, "Batchila in the beginning, when they were going Achol Bichodan Shel Israel." In the beginning, until they didn't see the honor of Israel, lo na'agu ba'en kavod. They didn't give respect to Yaakov Avinu's descendants. For example, Yosef is going to bury his father in Israel. Egyptians went ahead. Yosef, king, and then ahead, then other family of Yaakov. But as they were going every section, there were 36 altogether kings that they put their crown on Yaakov Avinu's coffin. 36. We'll see their names right now. Once they saw how people, the world, respects Klal Israel, now they start giving respect and they said, now you walk ahead and we will be walking in the back. It says, and they came to Goran Atad. Goran, yes, Lord Atad. What Goran has torrents, threshing floor has torrents. There were crowns around Yaakov Avinu's coffin. Like threshing floor with people surround with thorn bushes. It was like thorn bush. Why? What? The crowns. Over Yaakov Avinu's coffin, there were a lot of crowns. Sons of Esau, Ishmael, Keturah, who was really Hagar. They all came. Tana Kulam, Lemilchama Ba'u. They all wanted to fight against Yosef. Once they saw Yosef's crown on top of the coffin, Talui Ba'arono Shel Yaakov, that was hanging on the Yaakov Avinu's coffin, not Lukulan Kitren. Utlaum Ba'arono Shel Yaakov. They all took off their crowns and they put it on the coffin of Yaakov Avinu. How many were together? Who can tell me the number? How many were crowns? 30?
36.
36. Why 36? Answer number one, to show Yaakov Avinu is not only life in this world, but he's life in the other world. Life times 2 is how much? Chai du chai, 36. Life here, life there. Second answer, Keter Keter is Gematria Karet. We have in the whole Torah 36 ways of Karet. And Yaakov Avinu was careful not to do none of the 36 Keritot. Since he was protecting himself not to have any Karets, they put each one crown. Hashem did like this, that there was 36 crowns on his head. Neged 36 Keritot that Yaakov Avinu didn't do even one of them, didn't even sin once in his